What's going on, folks? So another month has come and gone. I know I'm a little bit late to the party here. I always try to get my best of the month videos up by at the latest the 10th of the next month, but I've just been super busy lately, especially with if y'all know the band I put together, the Power Metal Rangers, international group of killer musicians and all that good stuff. We're gearing up. The first song is almost finished. So make sure you follow Power Metal Rangers on the YouTube channel, on Instagram and Facebook, all that stuff to stay up to date. I'll put the links in the description below. But yeah, things like that have been really taking up a lot of my time. But anywho, I'm here now to talk about my picks for the best 5 albums of... see, I even have to look at the date of May 2025. So before I get to that, just a few disclaimers. First of all, I only include brand new full-length albums. I don't include EPs, live albums, compilations, reissues, stuff like that, because there's already so many brand new full-length albums that I'd go absolutely crazy if I tried to include anything else. So that's all that I count. So yeah, again, no EPs and things like that, just brand new full-length albums. Second, on my channel here, I cover all things power metal, symphonic metal, and melodic rock, and little things in between, sort of, fusions of those sort of genres, but that's what I cover, so you can expect those genres included in what I listen to. And lastly, in the description below, I listed every single album that I listened to in the month of May. So those are all of the albums that I checked out. So those are all of the albums that, of course, were under consideration for my top 5 picks. That's everything I listened to. So you can go look at that whole list, see if there's something you missed, something that you forgot about, something that seems or looks cool to you, and go check that out. In addition to that, I listed every song that I listened to off-channel in the month of May that stood out to me for one reason or another. I also included the link for those songs to the official music video, whether it's on the band's YouTube channel or the label's YouTube channel, all that. So if there's a song, you want to check out the songs that I really enjoyed off channel that I didn't do a reaction to or anything, and you haven't heard it yet, you can just click that link and it'll take you right there. The only thing I ask is if you do that, in the comments section of that video that you go check out, just tell them Power Metal Rangers sent you. That would be so awesome. All this stuff that I do for this channel takes quite a bit of work. So if you could just help spread the word like that, that's just awesome. That means the world to me. So yeah, I would really appreciate that. Anywho, with all that stuff out of the way, let's get into my top 5 picks for best albums of May 2025 in no particular order, starting with Giant with Stand and Deliver. Next up, we have Moonlight Haze with Beyond. Next, we have Deep Sun with Storyteller. Next up, we have Maestric with Espresso della Vita Lunare. And lastly, we have Live in Evil with The Warriors of the King. So there you have it. Those are my top 5 picks for best albums of May 2025. But y'all know it by now. Just like the Highlander, there can be only one. So, my number 1 pick for best album of May 2025 is Maestric with Espresso della Vita Lunare. Man, what a killer album. It's prog, it's symphonic, it's power, it's metal opera. I mean, it's so many things, and it's just woven together so beautifully. It really is the kind of album that's an experience. You know, every time you listen to it, the storytelling, it's a follow-up to their previous album. And it's sort of like the story of a day-long train ride through life. And this is like the nighttime section. The previous album was the daytime portion of that train ride. But yeah, this is like the nighttime portion. And it's so much fun. I mean, there's some, in certain songs especially, particularly towards the beginning of the album, there's some real kind of Tim Burton, Danny Elfman sort of vibes to the orchestrals and symphonics and the setup. But then there's some amazing ballads in there, some incredibly well-constructed, like epic songs that are 9 minutes plus. The final song is like 17 minutes, but it's just such a joy to listen to. The vocals are incredible. They have some great guests in there, including Roy Khan on one of the songs. And it just, again, it's hard to categorize this album per se. That's why I say prog, power, symphonic, metal opera, and then again you have some like Danny Elfman sort of soundtrack, orchestral, cinematic kind of vibes in there. There's some darker, like whimsically dark, if whimsically is even like a word, but whimsically dark sort of theatrical kind of songs in there. And like I said, there's some like epically long, kind of just well-constructed, constantly moving sort of songs. There's some lovely ballads in there. The musicianship is insane. The guitar work, the orchestrals, the arrangements of like the symphonic elements, the vocals are insane. I mean, this album, it's just a powerhouse of an album. And again, it's like a musical journey. And it's constantly shifting and moving, and you know, it's so dynamic. It really is a treat. I mean, it wouldn't feel out of place like as a theatrical production, but also just serves a listening experience of almost like a metal opera sort of thing. But again, I use these terms lightly because it's a fusion of so many things, and you really have to just listen to it to fully understand and experience this thing. And I really feel like this album's a masterpiece. I mean, the songwriting and the structure and the setup, the layout, and then the individual performances are all just so incredibly impressive. I was blown away. Really blown away by this thing. So yeah, if you haven't heard it, I mean, I highly recommend all 5 of the albums that I included here. But if you haven't heard Maestric, Espresso della Vita Lunare, I highly recommend you check it out. So that's my number 1 pick. And yeah, that's that, folks. So thank you all so much for tuning in. I really appreciate all of your support. In the comments below, let me know what albums were your favorites of May. What songs even were you really digging in May? I love seeing what everybody enjoyed, what they were really captured by and listening to each month. So let's talk about it in the comments. Thank you all so much once again. And I'll catch you all next time. Ranger. Out.